Hi, this is Tarot Reader. This is a bi-monthly tarot reading for the Aries signs. The timeline for this bi-monthly reading is from 21st of June till 21st of August 2017. Okay, now in this I'm going to cover the Aries signs. The first one is Gemini. For Gemini people, especially the man, needs to be very careful with his finances. If there are any loan issues, they might get a bit more chronic. So try and avoid taking any more loans. Okay, there could be some outlet of money either from an inheritance property or by selling some kind of a property, but that again could get into some kind of trouble. Okay, but otherwise financially you need to be very careful for the next 2 months, because Five of Pentacles is reversed. That's a card of cash crunch, okay, where you need that money, but the people you approach, they will purposely deny it to you. And the people who could give you money, for some reason you're unable to approach them. For the Gemini woman, if you're looking out for a marriage alliance, okay, if you're looking out for a guy to marry, be very cautious and careful. Either you might find a guy who's giving you all fake details, okay, or there is some amount of manipulation involved in the proposal. Okay, so be careful. Okay, money wise and in terms of new alliances, be very careful. I would not advise anyone from the Gemini star sign to start a new venture or to get into any business deals for now. Legal issues, if any, they might get a bit more complicated. The Hangman is upright. That means it's a card of stagnation financially. It's like a sinking sand. The more you try to come out of the problems, the more you get deeper into them. So try and avoid loans. That's one request. Take loans only if there's an emergency or there's an urgency, not to fund your regular expenses or not to start a new venture. Try and avoid that. Eight of Swords is reversed. There's a possibility you might start something new and it might get stuck up halfway. You might not be able to return back. You might not be able to move ahead either. Try and wear a lot of blacks and blues in your clothing, okay, and try to burn a candle or an incense on a Saturday evening. That might give you some amount of relief. Okay, for the Libra men, now this is a Libra star sign. Okay, you need to be very careful and you need to be a bit more sensitive to women in your life. Okay, I know you are blessed with charm. You're the most charming of all the star signs when it comes to that typical Venus charm. Okay, but be a bit sensitive, not ruthless and reckless. Okay, Three of Swords means you might end up hurting someone who has a lot of respect for you, who has given you luck, who has been very lucky for you, but just because someone else is not going through a good phase, or maybe that particular girl has a bad name for no fault of her own, doesn't mean you look down upon her, because she has been lucky for you, so you need to respect her. Okay, for the Libra woman, you need to be very careful when it comes to getting close to anyone new. There is a possibility of meeting someone who's very charming, okay, but is literally a heartbreaker. Someone who knows how to give pain to women, someone who knows how to make a woman go crazy and leave her with pain and sadness. So be very careful. But if you're meeting someone from a different country or a different city, okay, and if you accept that moment as a pleasure for the moment, go ahead with it. If you're enjoying just the moment, it's not bad, but don't keep any expectations or commitment from that person. That might lead you with pain. Okay, new business ventures with people from different cities or countries could work out in your favor, but those should be small scale ventures, not the huge ones. Okay, ventures which are short term and on a lower scale. Okay, on the financial front, it's a Moon and Martian cards. Okay, so I do see some money opportunities coming in the next 2 months, either from overseas people or maybe from people who have some kind of a bad name or a criminal past, but they might have the intention to give you the money as promised. Okay, so when someone gives you any opportunity to make money, listen to it. Don't ignore it right away. Listen to what the offer is, then decide whether you're going to say a no or a yes. Even if you don't wish to accept the offer, don't say a no immediately. Try to give some excuse and put that person on hold. But there is a possibility of making money unless and until you yourself want to avoid that opportunity, or you yourself are willing to dig your grave. Okay, so in that case, I would say be cautious. But Moon and Martian cards for the Libran woman, be careful with your menstrual cycle. There could be bleeding issues, fibroid problems, anything like this comes up, get it checked. Okay, keep a check on your health as well, especially your weight and your stomach, because too many Martian Martian moon cards, they give you bloating issues. And be very careful with the woman in the family. Could be your in-laws, could be your mother-in-law, could be your own mother, someone who's very jealous of you. So be very careful. Okay, if you have a moonstone with you in your jewelry, wear it. That might help you in many ways. Yeah, for the Libran men, try to establish more deals with women rather than men. It might work out in your favor. Yeah. The next star sign is Aquarius. Okay, now for the Aquarians, okay, I see good amount of money coming in the next 2 months. I also see some new ventures or some kind of a skill that you're going to acquire or learn or enhance in the next few months. Devil reversed is a card which brings in good amount of money, but it brings in money from people who have all kinds of shady stuff in the background. It might be raw cash, not a white transaction. It might not be a bank transfer. They might prefer to pay you in cash. Devil reverse could also make you get emotional with someone who's already attached. Could be a woman who's already married or in a bad marriage, or is married to a man who has money but doesn't have the ability to give her happiness in other ways. But there's that relationship will be very lucky for you. It will be prosperous and also very passionate for you. For the Aquarian woman, be very careful. You might meet some men who are very charming, very arrogant, but they have that charm, they have that ability, because two strong Saturn cards means these are men who are well built, very masculine, and they have that sexual charm which will drive you crazy. But don't expect commitments. These could be men who are already married, or maybe they are married for the namesake, but they are not literally living with their better halves, and they are looking for pleasure. Yeah, if you enjoy it for the moment and you're not looking for any commitment, then this is a relationship which will not just benefit you sexually or financially, but it will give you a new life altogether. It will make you live again. It will make you see that hope in life. Okay, but yes, money is definitely on the cards. Okay, a good amount of money, but don't go for speculation. That's one request. Okay, I'm not asking you to go out there and indulge in any speculation on the stock markets. No, you will get the money. Okay, but just be cautious and careful. Okay, Six of Swords is reversed. There are some issues in your life, whether you are the Aquarius woman or the Aquarius male. Okay, there are some issues which you cannot resolve, neither do you wish to resolve. You're looking out for an escape route, but unfortunately there is no escape route. So you will be stuck up in that uncomfortable situation where you have to accept the situation the way it is, and there's no escape route. So that is a bit of a humiliating experience which is on the way. Okay, Five of Swords is upright. Be careful with arguments. You might get into arguments with some people who have a lot of respect for you, a lot of love for you, and these are people who could also benefit you financially, but you might get into that argument simply to prove that you are right, and in that anger, in that jest, you end up insulting the other person, and you lose out on a relationship which is extremely resourceful for you, which is beneficial to you. Okay, if you can patch up with that person, it will be great. Okay, Eight of Pentacles reversed is a card of skills. Either you're putting in money into some kind of a course or some kind of a license which you need to acquire. It's a card of skills where you try to acquire new skills, you try to enhance your existing skills, you go for further studies, or maybe you want to start a business venture. But be patient. Okay, don't invest a lot of money into it. Okay, because this is something which will take a lot of time for you to acquire the necessary skills, or for you to gain from it the right way. And the money that you're going to put later on, you might feel you wasted your money. So I'm not saying the experience is not worth it. The experience is worth it. But if you keep the monetary aspect low, and if you keep your expectations within limitations, it is absolutely worth it. Too many strong cards. Okay, if anyone has advised you to wear a sapphire, please wear it. It might be lucky for you if someone has asked you to. Yep. If you've liked the video, please like it. It's just a click. Yeah. Do like my Facebook page. Do subscribe to the channel. Yeah. And do share my video. Yeah. Take care and blessed be, Tarot Reader. Bye.